is Tuesday, back to work after the long 4-day break. I have 5 scalings on the schedule today as of 8 a.m. At the end of the day, we'll recalculate and see how many actually showed up. Okay, so now I'm on lunch, and this is my actual schedule for the day. At 8:30, I had a regular 6-month cleaning, so that was just exam, x-rays, prophy. At 9, I had a prophy in the presence of gingivitis, who was rescheduled from last week, and she came back. It was just for her cleaning. At 9:30, I had a prophy, another prophy, 6-month recall, exam, x-ray, and cleaning. At 10:30, I had a scaling and root planing for the right side, the upper right and lower right. And then at 12 o'clock, I had another scaling, upper right and lower right. And now I'm on my lunch break from 1 to 2. The start of the day, the schedule, we had 18 patients on the schedule. It's 2 hygienists that work, and I seen 5. I think she may have seen 4 today. So about half the cancellations. I think a lot because of the holiday. So after work, we have 10 patients on the schedule from 2 to 5. And then today is Tuesday, and we do after hours. So we are open from 5 to 7, and we have 10 patients scheduled for after hours for 2 hygienists. We always get cancellations for the after hours. So I'll check back in at 5 o'clock after we do our normal shift and let you know my schedule from that point on. Okay. I'm just getting off. It's 7:33. It was a very long afternoon. At 2 o'clock after lunch, I did a 6-month recall appointment. I'll list my schedule here. 2:30, I had a scaling and root planing on the right side, but the patient ended up telling me that he was going out of town for the entire summer and he wouldn't be able to come back, and he was paying with cash anyway for his cleaning. So he asked if I can just do all 4 quadrants, and I said yes, and I didn't even look at the x-rays, and it was one of the hardest cleanings ever. He had the most tenacious calculus. It was so hard to come off. My hand is so tired. Well, anyway, so that was 4 quads of scaling and root planing, upper right, lower right, upper left, lower left. That was at 2:30. And then at 3:30, I had a 6-month recall. That is the end of my normal shift patients. 5 o'clock starts prime time hours, where I do not get an hourly rate. I get a per patient rate. So we had 10 patients on the schedule, and 8 patients showed up. I seen 5 of them. The other hygienist seen 3. At 5 o'clock, I had a 6-month recall. And also at 5 o'clock, I had a perio maintenance. At 5:30, I had a scaling and root planing, upper right and lower right. And then at 5:30, I also had a new patient. So while I was with my scaling, my new patient was getting x-rays, waiting for me to be seen after the scaling. After that new patient also got a cleaning. She turned out to be a 6-month recall patient. So she was a new patient and a cleaning, regular prophy. And then at 6 o'clock, I had another new patient, and that patient is going to be a perio patient and need a deep cleaning. So I rescheduled the cleaning for that one, and we just did exam, x-rays, and treatment plan. And that is my total day. A long work day. After a 4-day break, they was like, we ain't letting up. So that was a total of 13 patients and 10 quadrants of scaling and root planing in one day, 7:45 to 7:30 p.m.